Gabby Thomas, national champion, collegiate record as well. Can you believe it? It looked like
I can't believe it. No, it's come a long way since last year. I came in 8th in the final last year, so coming back and redeeming myself at the same track is just it's amazing.
What was the difference?
A lot of mental preparation. So I come from a background where I didn't do much indoor, so indoor mentally was a little harder for me, and so I had to kind of realize that and kind of focus and be disciplined and focus on the mental aspect of the sport, and I think it paid off really well.
Did you have a time in mind coming in? Like, did you think
No,
I
I didn't expect to run that. Typically my indoor times aren't as strong as my outdoor, so I came in thinking I'm just going to have to run my race, focus only on my lane, and that's really the only way you can do it. And yeah.
Was there anything specifically you did to prepare, I guess, for indoor specifically this year?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of positive self-talk, positive mindset. It definitely helps being in the second heat as well, knowing what you're up against, knowing what you have to run. But at the end of the day, it's kind of just me and the clock. So.
Do you feel like you kind of had to set a collegiate record? Because I think everyone else in the 400 and 200 did as well.
Yeah, it's been a really competitive meet, so I knew that my time was going to have to be really competitive and probably PB by a good bit. So after that first heat, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I had a really good competitor in lane 6 next to me, so that was a good thing to kind of base where I was off of at. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just kind of focus on lane 5, what I'm doing. My start is typically my weakness, so if I could just get that to be a good bit better, then I knew I had a good shot.
So NCAA sprint champions don't usually attend Harvard University. How did you end up at Harvard?
I got recruited by a good coach. When I was in high school, I wasn't very competitive, so didn't get recruited by a lot of these schools. I'd reach out, they'd be like, "No, you're not exactly what I'm looking for." But my coach Tolbert, he saw potential in me clearly, and we worked together for the past couple of years, and amazing relationship, amazing coaching, really paid off.
So is it nice to sort of prove it wrong to go up against these SEC
It is nice. It's a little scary kind of being the underdog because no one really cares about Harvard. It's like, oh, Harvard's here. So you kind of feel like overlooked, but it kind of motivates you even more to kind of go out there and show them that, Harvard is not just an academic school, but we try to be great in everything.
So Harvard was your backup plan. You wanted to get out of school and you settled for Harvard?
No, I didn't even think Harvard was an option, so here I am.
Is there anything challenging about training there? I mean, SEC schools, they can be outdoors
right
around Harvard. It's kind
right.
of cold.
So we do end up having to travel a lot. So every weekend we kind of do travel to Florida, North Carolina, California, wherever have you. So it's a lot of traveling to get that competition. As well as the atmosphere is not quite as competitive. If you go to SEC championships, you win that, you can win nationals. Whereas if you go to Ivy Leagues, it's kind of like, it's great to win that, but then you have to come out here and it's a different game, completely different atmosphere. So it's a lot of mental resilience, a lot of mental pushing. As you can see, I'm the only one from Harvard out here, so it's like kind of being alone at nationals, but gotta represent Harvard.
I saw you competed at the Ivy League champs, and you ran I think 5 events there, or
yeah, I did run a lot.
Some of the jumping as well. Is that hard to come back from a meet like that?
It is a bit. I mean, that meet is a lot of fun. It's a great team meet. And obviously doing that many events is a lot of mental pushing. So I kind of take that discipline and that kind of mental resilience and transfer it to here. I think is kind of an advantage, because you have to push yourself that much harder to be here. And then now that you're here, you're well equipped to tackle on this amazing competition. So in that sense, I think going to Harvard is actually kind of an advantage.
Did you improve a ton your freshman year?
Did I what?
Did you really good your freshman year at Harvard and meet Olympic trials and all that?
Oh yeah.
So how much did you improve that first year?
That first year was crazy. You would have thought I was on drugs or something. It went from 11.9 100s in high school to 11.3. So it's a matter of coaching, training, focus. A lot of it, like I said, is mental. So just a lot of that.
Until now, I just assumed you had to be really good in high school. You're so good as a freshman.
No, I wouldn't say. I think anyone could be good. Even now, if I was bad, you can just dial in and focus, and then you got it. So.
You had an unusual summer experience. Tell us a little bit how that's helped you succeed.
Oh yeah, that was a great experience. As a freshman, obviously at Harvard as well, it's scary to go to Olympic trials and you're racing against Allison Felix, Jennifer Dini. You don't feel like you belong there. But I thought it was a really great learning experience. You can't focus on what's going on around you, and it's the same thing I took away from last year at this meet. You just got to really dial in and focus on yourself, and that's what I did today. And I think I'm maturing a lot as an athlete due to meets like that, Olympic trials, nationals, outdoor nationals. Yeah.
You recently traveled out of country.
Yeah, so I took a trip to Senegal last summer. I cut my track season a little short because I wanted to get an experience outside of the U.S., and it was amazing. Very different from anything you could have imagined. It's just, you don't have the same amenities, the culture is very different, religion, everything. So I kind of needed that break from this, Harvard, United States, all of that, and kind of submerge myself in a different culture. And I think I grew a lot as a person from taking that trip. And I do think that it helps me in pretty much every aspect of my life, including track, I would say.
Was it a school trip or just on your own?
Yeah, I went with Harvard. So if you apply through Harvard, you can get, funding for pretty much anything because Harvard just has so much money. So I took advantage of that. I said, hey, I want to leave the country. I want to go somewhere in Africa, and I want them to speak French, and that's what I did.
What do you think that did for you as far as competing, as far as dealing with your coach, training, and?
So I came back transformed. You just take so much for granted here, and so going to Senegal, I had a new perspective on life. I came back as a junior. I had 2 more years of running collegiately. So I was like, I'm going to make the best of what I can here because this is an amazing opportunity, and people across the world just really don't have that. They don't have the opportunity to go to Harvard, especially to do something like this, run track. You get paid to go travel and compete, and you don't have to, spend a dime. So it's truly amazing. So I think what I took from it is I just really need to, really appreciate what I have here. And so I'm trying to make this junior year the best that I can, starting with indoor natties, going on to outdoor natties, and then even next year I'm trying to come back and win some more gold.
Is it